Well, I'm observing that my facial expression at the beginning of this video, it seemed kind of grim as opposed to inviting, and I like to make it inviting when I start a video. I'm feeling a little grim. I want to talk about some of the hard things I've been through in the last 3 years of travel and why they're making it more possible, feasible, almost not easy, no, not easy, but feasible and not super painful to do a hard thing tonight. It feels cold-hearted and involves withdrawing love from a being I love, a dog, Mufafa here. It's actually not withdrawing love, but it's got to feel that way to him. I'll honestly never, he's a dog, I'll never understand, I will not know what it feels like to him. But when he stood at the doorway a few minutes ago, waiting to jump up in the van, because over the last several days he has claimed this van with invitation from me. It started with me inviting him to get in the van. I think the first time was because he was barking at the big dog that's always tethered back here, and I thought if he gets in the van, he'll quit it, and he did. And then he loved it. And I'm used to having dogs in my van, usually one, but for 3 months recently there were 2. I like having dogs in my van. And then up at the mechanical shop, there were 2 puppies who slept with, 1 puppy of the 2 slept in my van every night, and that was awfully sweet. And I'm lonely. I am lonely, so a dog in the van feels good to me. I've been amazingly not suffering from loneliness since 2 dogs went away in 3 days, just a few weeks ago. I grieved. I did a lot of grieving and continue to do some, but I've been amazingly content and happy and understanding why it happened. Yeah. So, little laundry list of, I think whatever, it's not always true that whatever you survive makes you stronger. I like the line that whatever doesn't kill you will make you stronger, but first it may fuck you up for a long time. And that certainly has been the case for me, where things have fucked me up for a long time, at one point 30 years. Yeah, getting wrongfully diagnosed and put on meds fucked me up for 30 years. It took me 30 years to find my way out of that, or get liberated from that. But 3 years on the road, I've had my challenges. I have been punched point blank, sucker punched by a guy with a famous punch who trained his fists by he straps on little cotton gloves and punches walls and trees. And he used that fist to punch me. So fast and unexpected, I never saw it, never felt it, because I got a super concussion that 15 days I was fucked up. But I survived that. Do I walk around afraid of being punched? No. Do I not do things that could get me punched? I do. Yes. I worked through my trauma, I think most all of it about that. I also was hit with the side of the hand by a guy who was such a skilled fighter that he sent me flying through the air, and I came crashing down hard on the pavement. One fun factoid about that was I was not injured at all. Came down on the blacktop in a 7-Eleven convenience store parking lot so hard that the old woman who watched it said, "We gotta get an ambulance for you." And I said, "Well, hold on, I don't even know yet." And found that I was unhurt, and I never had a shoulder injury, never had a stiff neck, nothing, no bruise, nothing. So that was cool. I've had a gun pointed at me twice, and one time he cocked the rifle as he had the gun aimed at my dog. I begged for my dog's life, and he marched me off his property with the gun aimed at me and never lowered it. So I didn't like that. It was not pleasant. On another occasion, a crazy, paranoid, not diagnosably crazy, but super paranoid, super protective ethnic guy on the west side of Chicago, because I took shelter under his porch from the rain, screamed, immediately had his gun on me and screaming, I'm going to shoot you, get out of here. And I couldn't resist refusing. It was raining cats and dogs, and I said, I'll get out of here when the rain lets up. But when he went around behind me and I couldn't see how close he was and thought, shit, it's going to be easier for him to pull the trigger if he doesn't see my eyes, I did go out in the rain. Yeah. But I insulted him on the way out. This is Share. S-H-A-R-E. Did you not go to kindergarten? So I was an asshole even on the way out, and I've done that in other situations, including someone else who had a gun but was not aimed at me. And there was at least one other situation where someone with a gun threatened me. So I've had all those things happen. I've been carjacked at knife point by a super crazy guy, and finally had to find the strength in me to say, you have to get out of the car. He didn't, and he just started screaming he was going to kill me, so I got out of the car and went and got the cops. Yeah. But it was a good thing to find within me the way to say it. Yeah, in spite of the fact that he had these big knives and was very fucked up, very strange guy. So and I, 6 weeks ago, abandoned on the side of the road a dog I adored that had only been with me for 3 months, and 3 days later, I didn't intend to abandon Magic. I just wanted to teach him a lesson, but I was so mad at him that I drove far enough that I knew there was a chance he would not catch up, and he didn't. That was that fucked me up pretty good. That fucked me up significantly. But I'm over it. I'm not over it, but I'm fine. There's grief in me still. I'll probably forever. I still cry over Pancho, who's been dead for a year and a half. 2 years now? Shit. 2 years now. Now, he's been dead 2 years. I don't know. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, I'll cry. But I got it why it was the right thing. I'm not whining about it. I'm actually embracing it and seeing a lot of value in not having dogs in my life. I am. But I liked that little Mufafa got so happy here. He spent almost an entire day in the van. He made it his clubhouse. He really loved it. But he's a street dog, prone to startle reactions, and can be dangerous because he's learned that he has to be ready to protect himself. And one night he nipped me. He didn't recognize me. I had startled him. But then the next night, last night, he knew damn well who I was. He just didn't want to move, and he got pissed off when I tried to make him move off my bed, and he attacked the little wicker basket I was pushing him with. He bit that. I don't know what he would have done with my hand. So I decided, no, I'm not sleeping. I'm not spending the night in the dark, not knowing if I'll roll over and startle him and have him bite my face off or I don't know. I said, no, my sanctuary. So I've kept him out tonight. And when he sounded pathetic out there, I think I said out loud, Jack, you don't know the things I've done. I've done things that have been a lot harder than to tell you you have to sleep under the car rather than in the car. A lot harder. That doesn't mean I have a cold heart. I have to be willing to set a solid boundary no matter how much it hurts. Because I love that dog. And I wish he could sleep in the car because it was a good thing for him, and he's obviously never had that kind of safety. I wanted to provide it for them. I want to do everything in terms of healing people. And when the guy who watched me get punched in the face said, You can't help everybody, and I've been told that a bunch of times, and that's 10 minutes. Bye.